Hi, you're with Vanessa and Andrew at Yogi Moksha. This is a short 30-minute functional yin yoga sequence focusing on Muladhara chakra. It's part of a longer sequence I had been asked to develop for all 7 chakras, and that sequence, of about 2 hours long, is available by donation. Also available by donation is a 1-hour sequence focusing only on Muladhara, Svadhisthana and Agnya chakras. This short sequence will hopefully help you decide whether you wish to access the longer sequences. For those who are new to the concept of chakras, it might be helpful to just consider them as 7 subtle hubs or energy centers located at 5 specific points along the spine, between the eyebrows, and then at the crown of the head, that connect through our various bodies. Some like to think in terms of just 3 bodies, the physical, subtle and causal, whereas others prefer the concept of 5 koshas or sheaths, of which 3 reside in the subtle body. Each chakra has a root located in the spine and a receptor located in the front of the body, with a nadi or energy channel connecting them. We typically work with chakras to achieve or maintain an optimal flow of energy between and within the bodies, removing blockages that may be the cause of physical and subtle ailments, uniting our consciousness with our energy, our Shiva with our Shakti. For each chakra, we'll work through asanas and follow it with a rebound using the resonance of Bija mantra for that chakra to help us clarify the condition of that chakra. If your chakra perspective is different from mine, then please just enjoy this yin practice within your own context. I hope you do enjoy this sequence. Namaste. Starting in a comfortable seated position, maybe with the legs crossed in front of you, hands relaxed on the knees or crossed in front of you. We're going to start with some focused breathing now, just to bring our awareness to a single point, ready for the practice that we are about to share. So bringing the eyes to a close if you're comfortable doing so. If not, perhaps just fixing a point on the mat or the floor in front of you with a soft gaze. And just allowing the breath to come in its natural rhythm, inhaling and exhaling, always through the nose, in and out. Doesn't matter if you're abdominal breathing or breathing with the chest. Just allow your body to breathe as it chooses to do so today. And as we inhale, start to feel the breath at the tip of the nose, the cooler air that we're drawing into the body, moving across the tip of the nose before it moves up the nostrils to the back of the throat, down the throat and into the lungs. And again, as we exhale, feeling the air leave the lungs, throat, nose, and out through the nostrils. Making this movement and these sensations our primary focus for now. Bringing our awareness inwards, turning it inwards, just becoming aware of the movement of the air in and out of the body. Continuing at your own pace for just a few minutes. Inhaling and exhaling. Perhaps starting to become aware of the connection between breath and energy, or prana, or chi. So now as we feel the breath entering the body, perhaps we're starting at the outset of this practice to become aware of the energy also filling our bodies. Each time we inhale, drawing in more air, energy, prana. And as we exhale, feeling the air leave us, but the prana moving throughout the rest of our body, energizing us ready for the practice. Inhale and exhale. Just taking a couple more breaths now. Maybe on the next inhale, just taking a slightly deeper inhale. Still maintaining the focus, a slightly deeper exhale. Getting ready to start the practice. So gently blinking open the eyes. Coming back to our seated position. Ready for our first posture. We'll be working with the Muladhara chakra, also known as the first or the root chakra. So Muladhara is about grounding. So we're going to start working with the toes and the ankles by coming gradually into a kneeling seated position, tucking the toes in behind us, extending the feet, sitting back on the heels. So our target area here, in a physical sense, is the toes and the ankles. First finding that edge, just relaxing around the target area. Starting to find some stillness in the posture. If this is too much for us, we can bring a little bit of weight forward onto the hands to take some of the pressure off the toes and the ankles. But otherwise, just finding the stillness, the physical stillness, and just holding here for some time. And while we're in this posture, we're going to want to bring our awareness to the physical location of Muladhara. The root of Muladhara is at the base of the spine, right at the tip of the tailbone. The receptor is in the perineum or pelvic floor, and a nadi transfers energy from the receptor to the root. Start to open the mind to any subtle sensations associated with Muladhara. We're not trying to force sensations, just beginning to open the mind at the start of our practice to sensations that are just a little bit more subtle, than the physical sensations. As we inhale and exhale. If you find it helpful, you might want to engage the pelvic floor and release a few times. And see if this draws our awareness and therefore our energy to this chakra. So just a couple more breaths here before we start to come back to the room. Maybe putting the hands down on the mat, just stretching a little, but staying in our kneeling position. For our next posture, we're going to target the physical target area of the quads. And there are two options here. You can either choose to work with both quads together, as I'm doing, and we'll be here for a good 6 minutes. Or as Vanessa's demonstrating, you can tuck the left foot behind you, bending at the knee, leaving the right leg extended, and then halfway through we'll swap to work with the other leg. So in either case, as always, just start to find that edge, that first point of physical resistance. Natural breathing, perhaps breathing into the muscles around the target area. And as we relax the muscle, we start to find that the posture might open up a little bit, give us an opportunity to adjust. If it does, we might want to take our hands over our head, as I've done, or you can choose to leave them down by your side. Wherever you are now, starting to find that stillness exploring the connective tissue stress in either both quads or just in the quad of the bent leg, so in Vanessa's case the left quad. Now just maintaining that stillness as we move our focus from the physical to the more subtle. At the level of the subtle body, Muladhara is associated with Annamaya kosha, the food body, the outermost of our 5 koshas or sheaths. Muladhara is also associated with Apanavayu, the downward energy, represented by the exhalation of the breath. Maybe as you exhale, you can start to sense that downward energy associated with Apana Vayu. If you're working with one quad at a time here, as Vanessa is, we're now about halfway through, so you may want to swap sides. So just tucking that other leg, the right leg, behind, leaving the left leg extended. If you're working with both quads, then just maintain your current position, if it's comfortable to do so. If you're settling in the right leg, then start as we did on the other side, finding that edge, relaxing the muscle, moving to stillness, and using that stillness to explore the connective tissue, stress. The element associated with Muladhara is earth. And the sensory expression of Muladhara is smell. Hold these associations in your mind as you continue in this posture with your awareness on the subtle energy of the Muladhara chakra. Perhaps you detect more sensitivity in your sense of smell as we channel our energies to this chakra. Perhaps you feel more grounded, more associated with the element of earth. Whatever sensations arise, just allow them to come and pass. As we continue to inhale and exhale, starting to move out of the posture now, getting ready for our third posture, working with Muladhara chakra. The physical area we're going to target for this third posture for Muladhara is the hamstring. So coming to a seated position, simply fold the body forward as far as it allows. We don't want to be pulling on the feet, pulling ourselves into the posture. We simply want to fold at the hips and allow the body to come forward, perhaps as Vanessa's demonstrating, supporting the head with a block. Perhaps just allowing the body to fold and stop where it wants. Finding that edge, using the breath to relax the muscles all up the back of the body, the back of the legs, and through the back. Maybe the posture starts to open up. We adjust and we find some stillness. That stillness, we explore the connective tissue, stress in the back of the legs, all the way up the hamstrings, into the glutes, maybe even coming up into the back. Just continuing to breathe into the posture. As we maintain that stillness, we take our awareness now to the causal body. At the level of the causal body, balance within our Muladhara chakra can help us move toward security, stability, grounding, and physical health. Maybe allow these words to just move through your consciousness as we maintain the posture. We've worked through the physical and subtle bodies. We're now seeking to work with Muladhara at the causal level, even more subtle than the previous bodies. Security, stability, grounding, and physical health. Inhaling and exhaling, moving air and subtle energy. Just a couple more breaths here in this posture before we start to come out, getting ready for our rebound. So maybe a couple of deeper breaths before we lift the torso, coming back to our seated position and taking ourselves straight back to lying on our back, ready for the rebound. Arms and legs relaxed. Eyes closed if comfortable, or if not, just a soft gaze at the ceiling. Inhaling and exhaling, bringing together all of those three postures that we've just worked with. And bringing our focus back to Muladhara chakra. bija mantra Lam is used to bring our awareness and focus to Muladhara. You may wish to chant this to yourself as we move through our rebound over the next few minutes. Maybe just gently repeating the mantra Lam continuously in your mind as you bring your awareness down to Muladhara chakra. Over time, the benefits of opening and energizing Muladhara are increased joy, grace, grounding, and security. You may find it helpful to allow the following words to echo through your consciousness as you chant the bija mantra Lam. Safe, secure, grounded, present. Safe, secure, grounded, present. Starting to bring your awareness now back to the room, perhaps using a couple of deeper breaths in and out, perhaps wriggling the fingers and toes, and in your own time coming back up. Legs might be crossed in front of you, or just however you're comfortable. And just pausing here for a few more breaths. Eyes closed if you prefer. And at some point when you're comfortable, blinking the eyes open. Sitting here for as long as you need before you move back in towards your day. This concludes this chakra-based practice. I do hope that you enjoyed the practice as much as I enjoyed developing and delivering this sequence. We greatly appreciate your ongoing support, which encourages to continue sharing what knowledge we have and teachings we've been lucky to receive with others. Namaste.